When I tell you what this baby had to go through, y'all, 10 years old, 10. And she had to do a CPR on her own mama while a woman stood over them saying, I want to unalive her. I'm going to unalive her. That's my intention. Now, you guys know she said the D word before social media. I got to say unalive. Y'all, I can't even go through this without my chest hurting because that baby never going to be the same ever. You sent her to every therapist in Houston, every counselor, every church. She watched her mama bleed out in a car while she pressed on the wound and her grandma screaming. And the person who did it, they charged her with manslaughter, y'all. Yeah, Crystal Jordan, 28 years old, Houston rapper, went by Judy World, beautiful girl, had a whole life ahead of her, a 10-year-old daughter, a mama who loved her, fans who knew her music. She went to her boyfriend's mama house, okay? Southside Houston, Saturday night around 10 p.m. She wasn't there to fight. She wasn't there for no drama. She was there to pick some of her boyfriend's belongings. The man is in jail, okay? She was on a three-way call with him, trying to coordinate with his mama, being respectful, doing what he asked her to do. And his sister, Kayla Rogers, 28 years old, came out the house with a butcher knife, and said, I don't want this bitch over here because I'm finna kill her. That is what I want to do. I want to kill her. She ran up to the car. Crystal tried to block her with the door. She went around the door between Crystal and her mama and stabbed her in the leg. Okay? And it hit a very important artery. Okay? Now let me tell y'all something. I don't care what no lawyers say. I don't care what no prosecutor trying to justify. When you grab a butcher knife, you walk out your mama house and you announce your intentions to kill somebody, chase them in their car, go around the door they're using to protect themselves, stab them in the place where you know or should know there's a major artery, and then stand there while they're bleeding out saying, I want her to die, in front of her daughter, in front of her mother. That's not manslaughter, honey. That's murder with a receipt. Manslaughter is when you in a fight, things get out of hand, somebody falls wrong, hits the head and dies. That's manslaughter. This woman planned it. She announced it. She executed it. And then she watched the execution. And they got her on manslaughter. They got her on manslaughter. Can you believe that? Press 2 if you could not believe that. No, no, no. Look, because she stabbed her below the waist. Because maybe they think she didn't mean to kill her. Baby, anybody with Google knows about an artery in that leg called femoral. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anybody with eyes can see. She said what she said. She told you her intentions. She gave you a confession in real time. And the system said, in Houston, Texas, they said, nah, let's go light on her. But I'm going to say something. And I already know some of y'all going to be in my comments mad. And that's fine. Be mad. Matter of fact, I want you to go to the store, get a cape, put around your neck, and get super mad. Why didn't they leave? When she came out with that knife, when she said, I'm finna kill her, when she started running towards the car, why didn't they put that car in drive and go? Put your foot on the gas and hit it. Honey, I'm not blaming Crystal. I'm not blaming her mama. I am just asking as a black woman, as a mama, as a daughter, to look at what love and desperation make us do. What loyalty to a man in jail make us refuse to see? Okay? Crystal was there doing a favor for her man. Her mama was there supporting her, and they stayed because they thought what? They thought could talk sense into that woman. They thought they could talk sense into the sister with the butcher knife. That they could reason somebody who already told you their intentions. They want to kill you, okay? The mama said she was recording. She was trying to get the evidence. I get that. I get wanting to document, but baby, documentation don't matter if you dead. Documentation don't matter if your daughter is dead. Your daughter GoPro footage don't help her if she ain't got a mama no more, okay? And that 10-year-old baby was right there in the car watching all of this. Y'all put that baby in that car and then stayed in the driveway while a woman with a knife ran at y'all, okay? I'm saying this with love. I'm saying this because I don't want another Crystal. I don't want another baby doing CPR on her mama in a car. Some situations you just don't negotiate. You don't document. You don't try to be the bigger person. You leave. You leave. You call the police from 3 blocks away, but you leave. And let me tell you what made my blood run cold. Crystal mama asked for the address to call 911 to get an ambulance to save her daughter's life. And they said no. They said, oh, hell no. The same family that raised this killer, the same mama that watched her daughter come out with a butcher knife, they wouldn't give the address while a woman was dying in their driveway. That's not just cold. That's complicit, okay? That's a family that looked at a dying woman, looked at a child doing CPR, looked at a mother begging for help and said, hell no, hell no, to the no, no, no. And you want me to believe they didn't know what she was capable of? You want me to believe this was just out of nowhere? A woman don't just grab a butcher knife and announce murder at 10 o'clock at night for no reason. There was history there. There was bad blood. There was something that made Kayla Rogers feel entitled to end Crystal's life. And the system charging her with manslaughter tells me they're not even trying to find out what the history was. They just want this shit to go away. So here's what I'm telling y'all, all right? I'm only going to say this one time. Stop going to these people's houses. Your mama, your man's mama don't like you. Send a damn Uber. Send a police escort. Send a prayer and keep it moving. A man in jail cannot protect you from his family. A man in jail cannot come to your funeral. A man in jail cannot raise your daughter. And these families that raise women who got butcher knives and announce murder in the driveway, they don't care about you. They don't care about your good intentions. They don't care that you are just trying to help. Crystal was 28. Had a whole career, had a baby, had a mama who loved her, and she died over a man who wasn't even there, over a man's sister who couldn't stand the sight of her, over a family that wouldn't even give the address while she bled out. Rest in peace, Crystal Jordan, Judy World, 28 years old, a mother, a daughter, a rapper from Houston who deserved to grow up, who deserved to see her baby graduate, who deserved more than a dying in a car, okay? While a woman told her she wanted her dead, and they gave her ass manslaughter. And that baby, my goodness, that 10-year-old baby who did CPR on her own mama, who heard her mama say, I love you one last time. she got to carry this forever. Y'all be safe out there. Stop going to these people's houses